Nobody on your team is going to say this to your face, so I will. If your team doesn't respect you yet, that's normal. The title never comes with respect. You have to earn it. And you earn it in about 5 specific moments. And most managers fumble most of them without ever knowing it. Get these wrong in your first few months, and you can spend the next 2 years managing people who are polite to your face and ignore you everywhere else. All right. Moment 1, the joke. Somebody on your team makes a joke that crosses a line. Maybe it's at someone's expense. Maybe it's the exact kind of thing you laughed at back when you were one of the peers. And for about half a second, the room kind of checks on you. I'll be honest about my record here. I got promoted over my peers more than once, and every time the old banter came with us, including the jokes that shouldn't have. I knew that the rank meant I was supposed to say something, and I didn't. I went quiet. I steered it back towards work, hoped it would die down on its own. Was it right? No, but that's what I did at more than one rank. Here's what it cost me, and what it'll cost you. Silence isn't neutral anymore. The second you're the manager, what you tolerate is what you endorse. Your silence now becomes policy. And the fix is smaller than you might think. You don't need a speech. You don't need to call HR. In the moment, it could be a couple words. Hey guys, not here. Calm, no heat, keep moving. If it needs more than that, handle it one-on-one later. Because the team isn't testing whether you're fun. They're testing whether the standard is real when it's awkward for you. Here's the shift that makes all 5 make sense. Respect isn't a personality trait, it's evidence. Your team is collecting evidence on you from day 1, and these 5 moments are where the evidence weighs the most. Moment 2, the standard you don't model. Let me tell you about the receiving end of this one. When I was a young airman, it was the end of shift. Everybody's job was to clean up for the next shift in the next crew. Nobody was cleaning up, including the master sergeant who was in charge. And he calls out one person publicly in front of everybody, me. Why aren't we cleaning up yet, Kyle? Why are we just joking around? While he stood there, also not cleaning. That was over 20 years ago, and I can still hear it in my ear. That's how long this stuff lasts. There are 2 lessons in that story, and here's the first. If you're not doing the standard, you can't enforce the standard. Your team tracks that gap between your rules and your behavior with a precision that would scare you. Every gap they find costs you. The fix, before you enforce anything, audit yourself. Whatever you're about to hold someone accountable for, response times, deadlines, showing up unprepared, make sure you'd survive that same inspection. Close your gaps first, then you can enforce it. And real quick, everything in this video, plus the frameworks for the harder conversations we'll get into, is in the new manager playbook. It's free, link will be in the description. Grab it, keep it open on your second monitor. No one has to know. Moment 3, and it's the second lesson from that same story, the public correction. That master sergeant had a group failure on his hands. Nobody was cleaning, and he picked one scapegoat. So instead of a corrected team, he got a resentful airman who remembered it for 20 years. And a room full of people who learned to keep their heads down. So here's the rule: praise in public, correct in private. And if the failure belonged to the group, correct the group, never one person. When you correct somebody in front of the team, the person learns nothing. They're too busy surviving the moment and being defensive. And the team learns to fear you. That's not respect, that's compliance. And compliance quits the second you leave the room. Moment 4, chasing liked instead of trusted. This one hits hardest if you were promoted from inside the team, because the pull to stay one of the guys or one of the team is real. So you soften calls, maybe you over-explain, you might make little exceptions to keep the peace. But here's the difference. Liked is whether they'd grab a beer with you. Trusted is whether they believe you'll make the fair call when it's hard. Your team doesn't need another buddy. They've got friends. They need to know the rules don't move depending on your mood or who they are to you. The fix? Make the call. Say the reason out loud and apply it exactly the same to your favorite person or the most difficult one. Every time those two match, respect compounds. Every time they don't, it drains. Moment 5, the conversation you're avoiding. Right now, I would bet money on this. There's a conversation you know you need to have and you haven't had it. The underperformer, someone with an attitude, the missed deadlines everyone can see. Here's the math your team is doing every day you wait. He sees it. He's not saying anything, so either he doesn't care or he's scared. Both answers cost you respect, and the longer you wait, the worse the conversation gets anyway. I spent years dodging these and I paid for it every single time. This is the one I'd go back and fix first. The fix. Have it this week. Private, direct, and specific. Name the gap. Ask what's going on. Agree on the standard, and then set the follow-up. That's the anatomy. And the full 4-move framework for that conversation is in the playbook that I mentioned earlier, laid out word for word. So we've got the 5 moments. The joke you let slide, the standard you don't model, the correction you make public, the likability that you chase, and the conversation you keep avoiding. Notice not one of those requires you to be smarter, more charismatic, or louder. They all come down to the same question. Is the standard real when it's uncomfortable for you? Your team isn't withholding respect to punish you. They're waiting for evidence. Now you know exactly where to give it to them. One more thing. If the reason you clicked this video has a name, if there's one specific person making your life hard right now, then respect is only half of your problem. I made a video breaking down the 5 types of difficult employees and exactly how to handle each one, because the move that fixes one type makes another type worse. It's right here. Check it out. I'll see you there.